Hi guys, in this video we will be learning about what is information security, the goals of information security and your security factors. So whenever I ask someone what is information security, their first response is that yes, information security is nothing. It is providing your protection to your information, okay, or providing your protection to your data. This is the most common answer I have heard whenever I have asked someone what is information security. It is right, that in information security we provide protection to your information or your data. But with this, we also provide protection, your security to your information resources. Because again, if I talk about with respect to your organization, right? Your organization will contain information. Okay. Now that information again will travel inside your organization. Somewhere you will be storing that information, right? There will be some systems which will be processing your information. So you have to also provide protection to these resources which are related to your information, which are providing you information, which are storing your information, right? Resources to which your information is traveling. So this is also important. So now we can say information security is protection to information and information resources, and these resources will act as your asset. These resources will act as your asset. Asset is something which will hold some value for you, like your phone, your laptop, right? So these things are very important too. So just like that, your information resources should be important to you. So with your information, we will be also providing security, your protection to your information resources. Now the question comes, from what we are providing your protection? From what we are providing your protection? So we can say that we are providing protection from your unauthorized access, from any kind of attack, like let it be physical attack, your network attack, your web application attack, right? It can be any type of attack. From your information damage and from your information theft or your information resource theft. These are the four major categories from which we are providing your protection. These are your four major categories which we can say that okay, from these things we have to provide protection. Okay, so now we can conclude information security is providing protection to information and information resources from unauthorized access, attack, damage, and your theft. One more important thing, I've seen a lot of people get confused between information security and your cyber security. People actually think information security is equal to your cyber security. I've seen many people think this thing, that your information security is also your cyber security. But to be honest, it is not true. Okay, to be honest, it is not true. In your cyber security, like in your cyber security, we only protect your digital data. What we do, we only protect your digital data. in your information security, right? We protect data in any form. We protect your data in any form. So always remember this difference. Next time, don't get confused between your information security and your cyber security. Right? Cyber security, we only protect your digital data, and information security, we protect your data in any form. Now let's understand what are the goals of information security. Basically, there are four major goals: confidentiality, integrity, availability, non-repudiation. Right? You may now also know these three as your CIA. Okay. Now, confidentiality means keeping information and communication private and protected from unauthorized access. Right? Let's understand with real-time example. Whenever I send a text over WhatsApp to someone, let's say this is person A and this is person B. Person A is sending a text hi to this particular person B, and now this particular person B have received this particular text. Now, WhatsApp is claiming like that whatever information you are sharing over the text, that information is confidential between you two. And how they are doing that? With the help of your encryption. Okay, no one can read your conversation other than person A and person B. At like so, when I'm typing my text hi and when I'm clicking on send, that information will travel in the network. And if somewhere here at this point, if someone is able to read my text, it means confidentiality has been breached. So how we are making sure that information is private between A and B with the help of your encryption. So as soon as this hi I send to this particular person B, so as soon as I press send button, what will happen? My plain text will get converted into some unreadable text, which is called your encrypted text. Now this encrypted text will travel in the network and your B will receive this thing, and then what will happen? Your B will decrypt this particular text. B will decrypt this particular text back to your normal data, your plain text. Okay. This is how we are maintaining confidentiality when I am sending some information to you over WhatsApp. Second is integrity. Integrity means keeping organization information accurate, free of error, and free from unauthorized access. Now again, let's understand this thing with an example. Let's say we have YouTube. You are a normal viewer, or let's say a user who uses YouTube. We know YouTube will have a lot of videos. Now let's say I am someone, I am a client or a video creator on YouTube. So if I upload my video over here, if I upload my video over YouTube, you guys can access, you guys can access that particular video, right? But can you modify? Can you delete? Right? So answer is no. You cannot do this thing. Why? Because you don't have permission to do that. Only me, who created this particular video, can modify, can delete. Right? I can make changes in the title. I can make changes in the description. I can make that video public. I can make that video private. But you, as a viewer, you cannot make change in that video. This is how we are maintaining integrity for this particular video, whatever video we have uploaded over YouTube. Next is your availability. It means ensuring that systems operate continuously and that authorized person can access the information anytime they need. It means information should be always available to your authorized person. Since you are the viewer, like if I talk about this, if someone has uploaded a video over YouTube and if you are a viewer, you have a right to access that particular video anytime until and unless YouTube take this down, or based on your privilege also, right? There are rules that if you are not 18 plus, right, there are some videos which you cannot access. So if you are authorized to access a particular video on YouTube, that video should be available to you 24/7, right? Always it should be available to you. Last is your non-repudiation. Assurance that the sender of information is provided with proof of delivery and recipient is provided with proof of sender's identity, so that neither can deny having processed the information. Let's understand this thing with an example. Let's say you order something on Amazon. You ordered something on Amazon. You are the user. You ordered something on Amazon. Now, at the time of delivery, or even we can say just before your delivery, you might have seen that these days we are receiving OTPs. We are receiving OTPs. You have to provide this OTP at the time of delivery. You have to provide this particular OTP to your delivery guy, and then after providing, your delivery guy will give you the product. Okay, you will get this particular product after providing this particular OTP. Now this OTP is acting as proof that you are providing. OTP is acting as your recipient proof, and your sender's proof, what it will be? It will be the invoice. It will be the invoice that is attached over here, plus your, like, this packet will be packed with your Amazon tape. Okay, so these are the proofs that will prove your sender's identity. Now, as soon as you provide the OTP, as soon as you check whether the invoice is available or not, you will get that particular product. So that after delivery, right, after you provide the OTP, you cannot deny that you have not received the product. If you have provided the OTP, it means after that you cannot deny that you have not processed the information, you have not collected that particular product. Okay, even your senders cannot deny that they have not sent you the product, right? Because they have received your OTP from your delivery guy. So this is what your non-repudiation is. Now, how we can implement this thing? How we can implement these factors around your organization? So confidentiality we can do with the help of your encryption. With the help of your encryption, with the help of your access control, and your steganography. Integrity we can maintain with the help of your hashing, your digital signatures, your certificates. Availability, this thing we can control with the help of your redundancy, your fault tolerance, and your patching. And your patching. Okay, so these are few of the controls through which we can maintain your CIA around your organization. Now let's understand what are security controls. Security controls are your countermeasures or your safeguards to avoid, detect, counteract, or minimize your security risk to any of your asset. Now, your asset can be your information resources like your servers, your systems, your physical property. In other words, I can also say security controls are your countermeasures or your safeguards to reduce the chances that a threat will exploit a vulnerability that is present around your organization. Now, how I can implement a security control in real time? For example, right, what we can do, we can implement a company-wide security awareness training related to your social engineering attack, right? So that we can help people understand what social engineering attacks are, so that your risk from social engineering attacks with respect to your network, people, and your systems can be mitigated. Now, there are basically three types of security control: your preventive control, your detective control, and corrective control. Preventive controls attempts to prevent an incident from occurring, right? Detective control, it will help you to detect an incident after they have occurred. And your corrective control will help you to reverse the impact of an incident, right? So we can say preventive to prevent the attack from occurring, detective to detect the attack if it's happening around your organization, corrective to reverse the impact from the attack which have already took place around your organization. These are the three major goals of your security control, right? These are the three major types of security controls. But we can also divide your security control based on your categories. Okay, now that can be your physical control, your technical control, and your administrative control. Now, let's say your administrative control, it will be referring to your policies, your procedures, or your guidelines that you define your personal or business practice in accordance with the organization's security goals. Your technical control, which is also called your logic control, which is also called your logic control. It will use different technology to reduce your vulnerabilities in your hardware and your software. So here we can also use your automated software tools, and we can install and configure them to protect our assets. Last is your physical control. So physical controls are the implementation of security measures in a defined structure used to deter or prevent unauthorized access to any of your sensitive material around your organization. So what we can do, we can create a list of examples related to this. Right. For examples, your physical controls and your preventive controls can be your fences, your gates, right? Your fences, your gates, your locks also. These are all common examples of your physical control and your preventive control. Now, common example with respect to your preventive control and technical control, it can be your firewall, your IPS, multi-factor authentication, your antivirus. These are the few examples of your preventive control with respect to your logic control. Now, if I give you the examples of preventive control with respect to your administrative controls, right? Here we can write your separation of duties, SOP, your data classification, again that is also important, and your policies. Okay. Now policies, again we are talking with respect to preventive, right? So here we can say policies for your hiring and termination employee. Hiring and termination. Now let's talk about your detective control with respect to your physical part. So we can have your CCTV and your surveillance camera. With respect to technical, we can say your IDS and your honeypots. With respect to your administrative, we can say your access rights, your log audits, and any kind of unauthorized changes. Last, your corrective control. Now, corrective with respect to your physical, it can be repairing of any system from your physical damage. So here we can write repair of physical damage, reissue of your RFID cards. With respect to technical, we can say your rebooting a system and your patch management. In your administrative control, with respect to corrective, we can write your incident response plan and your Business continuity plan. Again, this thing is also important, that how you will continue your business after a incident have occurred over your organization. So these are your types of security controls, right? So in this particular video, we have learned that what is information security, what are the goals of information security, and your security control and its type.